What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about some do's and don'ts that I want to see from the Chicago Bulls in this upcoming season. Now look, it's a new team, a couple of new pieces in there, should be a new, different type of playing style, and ultimately, with that being said, there's a little bit of unpredictability that comes alongside of that. So what I want to do is take a look at some of the things I want the Chicago Bulls to do next season, and some things that I don't want to see the Chicago Bulls do next season. And of course, feel free to play along in the comments below, and maybe we could do a part 2 to this type of video if a lot of people are interested. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and whether or not you would like to see the Bulls do certain things next season or the Bulls not do certain things next season. Now, before we get started into this video, we need to be very well aware this Bulls team, as it is different and as unpredictable as it may be, I think we can all safely say this is not going to be a contending team at this point in time. I can't see this Bulls team winning 60 games, going for a championship or anything like that. So the expectations need to be met. We can't just say we need the Bulls to do this, this, and this, and basically do no mistakes. There will be mistakes along the way. It's just specific mistakes that I don't necessarily want to see from this Bulls team. Maybe learning from a couple of things, or maybe since we have a different team, just trying to do things differently. That's kind of what we're going to refer to in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that I want to see this Bulls team do, and I think this is a logical thing to do as well, is to increase their assist per game. Basically, the Bulls were not very good at assists per game last season. We were one of the bottom half teams in the league when it comes to assists and when it comes to just passing in general. And obviously, that was quite frustrating. At many times, it felt like it was an isolation game and everything in between, which again, in small doses it can work. We'll get to that in the don'ts category, maybe even not too long from now. But since the addition of Josh Giddey, since the return of Lonzo Ball, obviously Coby White improving, Ayo improving, and this team, even with Vucevic now, probably getting a little bit more responsibility on the passing side of things, assuming the team is going to be the same, I think it's only natural to see the ball move a lot more in this Bulls team, and the assists should increase in this Bulls team as well. And of course, many people have said it in the past, and I'm going to say it now. If you get a very decent amount of assists in a game, you're more likely going to win. If you have the team camaraderie together, you get everybody involved. Look, sometimes basketball can be as simple as you get everybody involved, you do win the game. And sometimes we didn't do that. I want to see more of that in this timeout. Now, of course, when it comes to increasing your assists per game, there's an equally good chance, since we are a younger team, a bit of inexperience in there will be a lot of turnovers as well. And look, me personally, I can easily say I want to see the Bulls concede less turnovers as a don't. But to be honest, I'm willing to see the Bulls sacrifice a couple of turnovers to bring a different playing style and to get ball movement as a main focus in this team. You have to build something before you perfect it. We're not going to instantly just become an amazing playmaking team, number one in assists with 0 turnovers, or we could easily have no turnovers in a game, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you have to be willing to accept we're going to get loads of turnovers next season just to improve a style of play, or just to improve your playmaking or your assists per game or your rankings in the teams in assists. And that's something I'm willing to take on board. But the one thing I'm not willing to take on board, my first don't in this category, I want to see a lot less isolation than we did normally last season, the season before, and even the season before that. Now, I am of the mindset, last season we didn't see that much isolation compared to the normal isolation. 2 years ago was at its absolute worst, and once Lonzo Ball got hurt in that first season, isolation started to pick up a little bit again. But with that being said, I've said it, isolation in small doses is completely fine, but when it becomes a mainstay and a main focus in a team, it doesn't necessarily work out well for that team. And I think there is many examples to prove this in the recent history from loads of players, even that still do it to this day. Now, of course, when you're talented enough, sometimes you can get away with it. Guys like DeMar DeRozan, I know we technically didn't get away with it, but he's talented enough to win you games in isolation purely by his own talent. Kevin Durant is another one that can win you a game purely based on his own talent and isolation. James Harden is another one that can purely win you games on isolation and talent. But I don't think any of those things can actually get you championships consistently. Or in this case with the Bulls, we didn't get a championship at all. So I want to see less of that. I want to see more of a team game. So those two kind of go hand in hand. In order to improve your playmaking numbers and your assist numbers, you need to move the ball more and get everybody involved. If you do that, you will obviously see a lot less isolation, but you might see a little bit more turnovers. So all of that goes hand in hand, and I'm excited to see where the Bulls can go from there. The next thing I want to see the Bulls do next season is a pretty straightforward one: take more threes. This is something that's been going on for years for the Bulls. We don't have three-point shooters, but most importantly, we don't even take good three-point shots or even enough three-point shots compared to the rest of the league. Now, whether we like it or not, look, I grew up in the 2013 era of basketball where it was post plays and there was mid-ranges and absolute killers in the isolation, and it was a fun time, a much more physical game, and of course, I prefer that brand of basketball, but we don't live in 2013 anymore. This is the modern NBA. This is where skill, three-point shooting, pick and roll spams. This is exactly what it's all about when it comes to the NBA these days. So we need to start, getting adjusted to the modern NBA, and that involves taking more three-point shots. Now, like I said, I could go straight to the don't categories and say I want to see the Bulls, not brick every three-point shot that they make. But you know what? We're a young team. We're going to learn. I'm willing to accept the Bulls missing their threes, even if it's badly, just to see the style change for the Bulls. Once again, you have to build something to perfect it. You don't just click a finger and you perfect your three-point shooting. It's something you have to grow with. This team, for the majority, has played together. Josh Giddey may not have. Maybe guys like Jalen Smith may not have. Bazelis may not have. But Kobe, Ayo, Pat, the majority of our bench, Levine and Vucevic, they've all played together. They should know how to play with each other. So with that being said, I want to see this team shoot more threes. I want to see this team be confident enough to trust in each other to shoot more threes. And they should know each other's game by now, where it shouldn't be an issue at this point. But lo and behold, it's been an issue for the past years, and I do fear it could be an issue again. Hopefully the addition of Lonzo Ball coming back can also help in that category. But I want to see them shoot more. And I think if they shoot more, eventually they'll start making more. And if they start making more, you might see this team become a little bit more modernized in terms of the NBA standpoint. Now, I have one more do's and one more don'ts that I want to get into. We'll move into the... we have two don'ts that I want to get into. So, I guess the next don't I don't want to see the Bulls do. I don't want to see the Bulls continue to collapse with the head coaching decisions and stuff of that nature. That's a don't I don't want to see happen. Again, Billy Donovan gets a lot of critique, but he's got a whole new bench mob behind him now, or assistant coach mob behind him now. He's got a new team to assess and look at. AK kind of blamed the team instead of Billy Donovan, saying we didn't give Billy Donovan the team that he needs. So, simple mistakes like basic coaching adjustments, poor timeouts, poor challenges, poor minute rotations, and sticking to minute rotations over picking the hot hands. I don't want to see those things anymore. And those are coaching responsibilities. So that's a big don't that I just don't want to see happen. Moving on to the things that I do want to see happen, the last thing I want to see the Bulls do, and this is a very important one, is give the young guys a chance to play. I fear sometimes, because this Bulls team was so focused on continuity, that guys didn't get opportunities that should have, and now that we're going younger, we got guys like Matisse Bazelis in the team. Dalen Terry's looking good. I saw a video of him working on his three-point shot. It's looking a little bit better. Julian Phillips is still on the team. Adama Sanogu. I want to see these guys get opportunities, and just to see what they're all about. Some of them might prove that they're NBA worthy. Some of them might prove that they're not good enough, but I'd rather get them the opportunity than have another situation where we're talking about wasted talent and no opportunities given. I feel like this is the perfect time to do it, so we need to do it. And speaking of the don'ts category that I don't want to see, I don't want to see toxicity in this locker room any longer. I don't care who's in the team, and I don't care who's not on the team. I don't want toxicity in this team. I don't want locker room meetings after one game. I don't want he say, she say nonsense. I don't want to see drama. I'm not here to watch a drama show. I'm here to watch basketball. I'm here to support the Chicago Bulls. I'm here to represent the team that I love to watch. That's what I do. I don't want to watch drama. Get it out of our team and let's move on with hopefully a mindset for basketball. What do you think? And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.